gonna connect on my iPad. Not so sure. So I'm gonna wait for people to come in. I'm just gonna see if it's working. Perfect. Okay, it's working. I'm just not sure if you guys can let me know if you hear me. So I see there's 2 people. Can someone let me know in the chat if you hear me, because I'm not sure if it's working. I see it's green, but sometimes it's not working. Okay. So I'm gonna let people come in before I start. I'm gonna talk about my trip. It really opened my eyes on many things that I have in my life. I saw shocking stuff that I was maybe not ready to see, but I was going there for that. So I know God led me there and He provided me for that trip. But yes, they're in a big crisis right now. So I'm just gonna wait for people to come in. Usually I start the video around like 5-6 minutes. Okay. So I have my iPad, I have my notes. So I'm gonna talk about Cuba in the video of today. It's a live. I prefer having lives. Why? Simply because I can connect with the community and really talk about my experience in Cuba and the help that I have been giving for the past week. So I just want to say hi to everyone that is logging in. I'm really going to talk about everything I saw. There's a video that will come in that I'm editing everything about my trip in the churches, how we helped the family, what we gave away. Really, it's going to be the whole thing. So I see there's a lot of people coming in. Welcome for the new people that I don't know. Hi, Justin Glean. Hello, Chandra. I hope you guys are doing well. So, just gonna see here. So, let me know. I want to hear from you guys in the chat. We're gonna have a beautiful conversation about my trip and how you guys can help. One of many ways, it's simply by subscribing and just listening to the videos. This is free, so it's gonna help this channel to grow, so I will be able to give back to the families in Cuba right now, because there's a huge crisis. So my name is Veronica, for people that don't know me. So yes, this is a new channel. We talk about God. I do charity work. I go in other countries to help families. So I hope everyone is doing well. So I'm just gonna open my stuff so we can start. I see there's 3 people right now. Thank you so much. Okay, so are people in the chat new to this channel, or I want to know from you guys? I know I didn't see your name before, so I'm pretty sure it's new people that are coming in. So thank you for the beautiful comments. Thank you for my name. I thank my mother for that. Okay, so I'm gonna start. So I just came back from a trip. Um, Thank you, thank you. So yes, last week I went to Cuba for a humanitarian work. I went there by myself because I have Cuban friends there that I know that can bring me to the church and homeless people or orphan places where kids have no parents. So I bring two luggages with me when I went there with medicine supply, medical supply, pretty much anything that they need. So what I did is I left last Monday and I spent 2 days in Havana in Cuba to actually give these luggages and help the people in need. So we were able to visit 3 churches where I was able to give money and really like Tylenol and all these things that they don't have. And I just want to say, first of all, a huge thank you for this community because all the money that I have been received for those family went straight to those family and the supplies that we actually bought. So I used my own money and I pitched in as well for this trip in terms of buying supplies and to give money as well. So my whole trip was paid by myself, but everything that I received from this channel went straight to the families. So I just want to say a huge thank you for each and every one of you that has helped because you have no idea the help that you gave to these families. So I was able to visit 4 families in total. I went there, like I said, with my Cuban friends. So basically, I had 5 people around me because where we went right now is dangerous. People cannot just go there. You know, they can't just show up and decide that they're gonna help and they're gonna give to the poor. You really need to have people from the inside because my Cuban friends, Elisa, the one that was actually translating, it was her first time as well in those small villages because she explained to me that the crisis in Cuba is so high, they're missing so many things that right now even Cuban people between each other are becoming very aggressive. So if they don't know someone in the city, they can get attacked, basically. So it was her first time as well, but we were going there with the pastor of the churches, which they knew 2 weeks prior that I was coming with those supplies, those medical supplies. We had 200 toothbrushes, we had soap, razor, like anything that they need, and they knew I was coming with money as well that we exchanged for pesos. So we were able to give money to 4 families. One of the men has cancer. Um, I'm still in contact with those families, and I was able to give money as well to the churches. So when I was there, we basically went on motorcycles and we did 2 cities because the last one was way too far, so I couldn't visit. I wish I could, but I'm planning to do another trip by the end of this year with more stuff. Basically, that's what I want. So yes, that's basically what I did there. And to be very honest, this is something that really opened my eyes and my heart because there's things that I saw that I was not ready to see. I didn't thought it was that extreme when I went to Cuba in Havana. I didn't thought that it would be that much of a crisis. But because of the government, they don't really care about their people. That's exactly what is happening. So during our trip, I'm gonna have um, a video that I'm gonna post by the end of this week about the whole trip because I wanted to do lives there, but the connection is really bad. So Eliana. Hi, I hope you're doing well. So, well, it's not the consultation that I have. It's more of humanitarian work that I do by myself. But again, like I said, I go there by myself, but because I have people from the inside and I work with the churches. So because the church know I'm coming with medical supply, medicine, money, and anything that they need, that's why I'm able to go in those cities. But during that time, my time in there, I always had 5 people around me for my safety because it's just not safe right now. So yes, I would say that even Elisa would, like, she told me it's very dangerous and it's my first time here. So because we had the pastor of each churches, we were able to go visit the families inside their home. I personally didn't want to record everything I did because I believe that when you give, you should give in silence. But once I got there, people actually told me to take videos so I can put it online. So when people travel in Cuba, because most of the time we go in Varadero and we just see the beautiful hotels and all these things, that's not the reality. That's not how people live. And so they told me to record. Even when I was meeting the family, they wanted people to see. They really wanted the world to really know what it's really like, because where I went with actually my Cuban friends, no one went there before. Not one person, because it's simply just not possible. It's too dangerous. It really is. And that's why I had 5 people with me. Um, Well, next time I wish I will not go alone. So I went there by myself because I wanted to test the water. I wanted to really see how it is, and it was with my friends that are already living there. So I went there really to see, okay, so what is wrong? What are the problems? What can I bring? So next trip that I'm going, well, maybe you guys can come with me, that's for sure. But like I said, I paid my own trip. So every money that I actually received from the community went straight to the poor family, to the kids, and to people that actually really needed that. So um, people that have cancer, children that have no parents. So yes, like really everything was split evenly to those families. So yes, yes, I am French. So my English is my second language. So well, when you do humanitarian work, to be very honest, it's something that when you go in small villages, it's a risk that you take. But God is in this. So honestly, I'm actually surprised that nothing at all happened to me, even in my friends, because we went places that were not safe. They were just not. So when we arrived there, the first church, I did a post on my YouTube channel. You can see where I'm with a couple, and there's like a building. That's where the church is, and that's where the family are living. So you can see that everything is starting to collapse. It's not great. Um, they miss electricity for at least 20 hours a day, which is for me is crazy. So like I said, you cannot change the world, but you can make a difference with one supply at a time, one contribution at a time. It doesn't take much, you know. So I'm just gonna look here. So I just want to say hi to everyone that is logging in right now that I don't know. I hope you guys are doing well. So yes, the first place that we actually visit was a small church. I was able to meet the wife of the pastor and the pastor. So we met many people that were in need. So what is happening right now in Havana? So basically, because before the revolution, they bought houses, right? And after the revolution, it was just like inheritance. So if your grandmother bought a building, they pass it one after another. But what is happening, because it's so expensive right now to just renovate your house in Havana, well, in Cuba in general, because they miss supply, people are not able to afford to build their house or do renovation, because they make between $8 to $14 a month, which is nothing. And the people that are working in the resort make at maximum $25 a month. So when you look at it this way, it's just impossible for you to survive. So they're very in a survival mode. So when I went there the Monday, the Tuesday, I took a bus from Varadero to Havana in Cuba, and I slept with my friend Elisa, that is Cuban. So we went in a lady house, and we actually spoke for hours, because I was like, I tried to understand how I can help here and how I can just really try to bring as much as I can there. So we spent the night there, and after that, the next day we started to do the charity work. We started, like I said, with the church. After that church, we went to another church. It's called Iglesia Bautista. So this is another it's another church in a small villages. I don't remember the name because it's like a long name. But we went there, and we bring the luggages, the supplies. So we went there, and the pastor was like, well, Veronica, I know you bring all these luggages for us, and we're very grateful, but I want you to meet families. So for me, my thought was like, I just go there, I drop the luggages with the supplies, so the medicine, the medical supplies, soap, toothbrush, like anything that people actually really need. And we had over 100 bags like this, which is a lot. So once I was there, actually the pastor was like, well, there's 4 families that we need to go see, that they're very sick, and they want to meet you. They want they want to see you, and they want you to show the reality of things. So the first couple that I saw, it's actually on my YouTube page. If you go on the post, you're gonna see a couple. So this lady that we met first, her husband was very sick, and they receive around 3,000 pesos for both of them. But I'm gonna explain you why it's not enough, okay? So 1 pack of nuggets, like it's not even 1 kilo, it's around 2,000 pesos. That's how expensive everything is there. 1 pack of 500 grams of beef, it's 500 pesos. So when you make 3,000 pesos a month, there's decision that you need to make, and most of the time you're gonna go with everything that is cheap. And what I mean by that is, most of the time they're gonna eat sausages with rice, a little bit of veggies, but not as much. So life there is very difficult. One Tylenol is around, it can go up to 250 pesos. One Tylenol, which is crazy. It's very small. And I went there with 500, and I went there with 6 pack of Tylenol for baby fever. So we were able to bring a lot of things. And again, I thank you, this community that I have on YouTube, because without you guys, I would have been able to bring stuff, but not as much. I had 1 luggages, and with all the help that I have been received from that community, I had 2 luggage full of stuff. So I just want to say a huge thank you for everything that you guys did. You guys helped those families, and you have no idea the small contribution that you guys did, what they receive with. I did everything I could, and I gave them a lot of money as well. So the 4 families, I gave them their monthly money that they receive from the government. So this is really like, I was shocked. I saw many things that I was not ready. Like most of you guys know, I'm a mother. My daughter is only 3 years old. And when I was with my Cuban friend at her house, I would see kids the same age actually running outside with only the bottom and no shoes. The situation is worse than it was. I went there 10 years ago and it was not as bad. So what happened is, when I was talking about the building collapsing in Havana in Cuba, so basically the government is responsible for their people, but they don't take care of them. So what I mean by that is, imagine you have a house, everything is collapsing, and the government is going to tell you, I'm going to rebuild your house, and once it's ready, you can come back. But during that time, they put you in a small box that they build temporary, but they never do renovation on your house. So what happened is, you end up there in a small house that it's not even a house. It's like I don't know how to explain it. It's extremely small. And what happened is, because of that, you're never gonna go back to your home, and you end up in the street. That's exactly what is happening right now. There are certain things that I know I cannot say online, because I don't want to have problem with the government there, because I'm doing charity work and humanitarian work. So I'm just trying to be careful and mindful of what I'm saying, because I don't want them to block me. Apparently it happened before. Um, but yes, so the second family that we visit, that we actually gave them money and we gave them supplies, it's a man that has cancer. We actually went with the pastor of the church, the Iglesia Bautista in Havana, Cuba, but it really far in the small villages. And I was able to speak with the family, because in the hospital they don't have medication, they don't have medical supply. So the man has cancer. Everything is gonna be online by the end of the week. I'm gonna show you the whole trip that we did. But that man, basically, if they don't have the medication, he cannot be treated for cancer. So basically, he's left by himself to maybe just end it, which for me it's horrible. Like, I can't even think about how things can be, especially if, as a government, you're responsible for your people and you simply don't care. So before we went to the churches, I forgot that we went into autism school. So what the building that you're gonna see in the video that I'm gonna post at the end of the week. So basically, it's a family that moved to Miami that has a lot of money that they gave their house so they can make a school for special need kids. So they really rearranged everything. What they did inside is extremely beautiful. I was amazed by the work that they did. But I had a conversation with the lady that is working there, and she explained to me that they have no supplies. So usually the government is responsible for their people, but kids have no pencil, they have nothing to for school supply. So basically they don't even have paper sheets. So what they use is like a carton like box, and they strip it and they start teaching on it. And last year they only had 6 kids, but this year they're gonna have 12, which is double. So just there, I know that my next trip I have to go back. The kids were not there because it's summer, of course, but I know by my next trip, by the end of this year, when I go back, I'm gonna bring supplies for the kids as well. I bought Crayola markers, I think I bought 10 packs, but I didn't know that it was that bad. So that's why I did that first trip by myself. I don't encourage you to do that by yourself. If you have no one that you know in a city and you're going to Cuba, Havana, and you want to help the community, really, please contact someone from the inside. Don't go there by yourself. There's 2 girls that I met there that did it, and they're just lucky nothing happened to them, because they went somewhere that even me, I wouldn't go by myself. I thank the Lord for that, for their security. But yes, so for the school, that's basically, we're gonna bring more next time. Now I know what they need, and after talking with around 15 people about what they need, what they're missing, what is the more valuable that they can have, I know by my next trip I'm gonna have way much more on this. So again, like I said, I don't expect money from this community. I thank each and every one of you that send money for those family in need. I really, everything is split evenly between all of them. Um, but please subscribe to this channel, because when you subscribe and you watch the video, I get monetized, and if I get monetized, that money goes to those family. It doesn't go to me. I do it because I love people, I want to help people, and I love the Lord. I really do. And so every time I'm going there, my trip is going to be by my own money. I'm going to spend my own money on that, and anything that I receive from that channel will go to them. It will go to build a better life for them. Like I said, I cannot change the world, but I can make it a little better, one day at a time, one supply at a time. We can even send grocery far from here. There's many things that we are starting to put in place for those families. And at the beginning of my trip, I only had 3 churches that I was able to visit. But on my way back to my hotel, I was able to meet 2 other people, one that works in an orphanage, that I was able to give money, around 7,500 pesos, for the kids that don't have parents. So I gave him the money so he can actually change it and give it back to the kids, because the orphans have nothing. They have no one that helps them. So it's people like us, when we go there and we help, that it makes truly a difference. And I'm a mama, so just the thought of imagining my daughter without me, without her parents, and living in the condition that they're living, would break my heart. So this is another place that when I go back to Cuba, I'm gonna visit. I'm gonna go there, and I'm gonna bring many things for the kids, and I'm gonna bring money as well to give. And there's another church. There's a lady that I met in the bus. Her husband father is one of the pastor in Varadero in Menteza. So next time I'm gonna have 5 places actually that I'm gonna be able to go help physically because we walk in the cities, but not only that, with supplies and with money. So when God has a plan and you follow it, everything unfolds very easily, and it's so smooth, and it always gonna come to you at the right time. And so you see, I went there with my mind of like, you know what, I have a plan, this is what I'm gonna do, and he blessed me with more. So when God is telling you to do something, and especially when you do something to help people, just like Jesus did to help people in the cities where he was traveling, he was helping them with every single thing. The Lord is going to provide a lot more than you think. He has provided me with so much, and I'm not going to lie, I miss my friends there and those family in Cuba. I really do. I these are the most happiest person that I met that has nothing in life, basically. That's the way I could see it, because they're so in a survival mode for years that for them it's normal living like this, so they smile all the time. But behind their smile, you can see that they're in pain. So when I gave money to those family, the first lady actually, um, she started crying, and I started crying, and everyone in the room was crying, and she was like, thank you so much. My pastor told me that we're gonna receive something, but I didn't expect to meet you and for you to give that much to us. And she actually prayed on me, and she gave me kisses on my forehead. And really, next time I will go see this lady again, because they need it. Even if it's 1,500 pesos that you give, it's half of their month, and life is so expensive that they can't survive like this, you know. And when I look at how much pesos that I have, it was so very little money for me that I was like, this community has helped not only 3 churches but 4 families with a lot of things. It cost me around, well, it cost us around $8 per head. So we had 100 bags for 100 men and women, so 50-50. But the work that we did for the whole day, so basically we started around 8 a.m. and we finished around 4 p.m. We didn't eat the whole day. The only thing we did is driving around and make sure that we meet these families, because we didn't have much time, you know. There are certain things that you can do. So yes, my trip was eye-opening, and I pray to the Lord that I can go at least 3 or 4 times a year to do charity work and humanitarian work there, because they really need it. And when I came back from my trip, my Uber driver asked me, he's like, well, Veronica, why Cuba? I said, well, because no one helps them, because you don't see it online. Yes, you're gonna talk about Africa and all these places, but where did you heard about Cuba? And he's like, you're right. And Cuban people, you know, as Canadian, we go there all the time. US don't go there because it's very difficult. But as Canadian people, we go there. And yes, we go there for vacation, but the reality behind those walls of your hotel is very ugly. The best way I can explain it is, imagine a big iceberg where you have your hotel, and at the bottom of it you have all the workers in the hotel, all the whole country living on a survival mode and attacking each other because they don't have enough to survive. We are extremely lucky to be where we are in the world and to be where we actually live, to have everything we need, you know. Yes, I do love Jesus. Jesus is my first love. Well, I'm not bougie to have the answer of the world peace. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, you can make a difference. As a person, when you go somewhere, you can actually make a difference. And even if it's small, you have no idea what it can create. And with, like the Bible say, when you have faith the size of a mustard seed, you can accomplish many, many things in life. And I had faith in that trip, and God gave me so much to give to those families, and next time I'm not going to be alone. So I truly believe in the Lord, and I truly love the Lord, and I know He's going to provide me with much more so I can give to those families. So that's why I'm using that channel, not only to talk about God and the gospel and share the word. Yes, it's amazing doing that, and actually I was able to buy 12 Bibles to give to the church freely. I was able to bring that with me. But not only that, this channel is there to grow so I can help people in need. So everyone that is in the street, people that are sick, anything. And if I go there to help those people, I have the chance, and I'm blessed to have those people there in the city, my friends that are coming with me, and we're helping many, many families. So like I said to the girl in the autism school, she told me exactly what I said. She said, you cannot change the world, but you can make it better. And I always say that. So just there, I know that I can help them. And we talk about kids here, not only kids, but families, kids that has no parents, people with cancer that has no access whatsoever to medication. Zero, because they have nothing there. So if I can go there and bring my luggages, I had 4 luggages actually that I bring with me. If I'm able to go there with that and to give it away, I will do it 4 times a year if I have to, because I wish if I was in that situation that someone would do it for me as well. So like I said, the video of the whole trip of like everything that we did is gonna be there by the end of the week. I just need to put everything together because I wanted to do lives, but it's not working there. It's just it's not, the connection is really, really bad. But yes. Actually, when I say I'm blessed, when I say we're blessed to have here, it's because sometimes we are simply not grateful to what we have. And for me personally, I don't spend in high expensive stuff. I rather give away. And honestly, they don't pay them like there. It's extremely hard to have what you have. It's because they have nothing there. So because they have nothing there, everything is more expensive. So I don't know if it makes sense for you, John Smith, but yes, we are actually lucky to live in a country like this. And because of that, if you're lucky to live in a country like this, I truly believe that it's our duty to help other in needs. That's what I believe. And I'm going to stand firm on that. Because imagine if it was reversed. Imagine if you were in their place. Would you love that someone that lives here, that has actually the supplies and everything that they need, help you? I would love that. So as a person, this is what I'm doing. And that's why I have this channel, is to bring as much as I can and give it to them. And honestly, it will open your eyes and it will open your heart, because when you look at the work of Jesus, okay, we're gonna go there. So when you look at the work of Jesus, he always helped those in need, those broken, and never expected nothing in return. And the happiness that he felt, the way he felt inside, it's exactly how you're gonna feel. So I hope this helped for you to understand that even if you give $5, it's like a coffee at Tim Hortons with your breakfast. With $8, I was able to have 2 toothbrushes in one bag, a soap, a razor, and another thing. I was able to buy 200 toothbrushes with toothpaste. With everything that I received, I was able to buy around $800 worth of medicine, medical supply, and anything that they need that they do not have. And on top of that, I was able to have money, around $200 to change and to give to the family and the churches. So I was able to have $1,000 that is worth of every single thing that I bring with me there, which when we look at it this way, because people pitch in, is so small amount that, to be very honest, I'm able to say, you know what, I'm not going to eat at the restaurant for this morning, and I'm not going to drink my coffee, and I'm going to take that amount and I'm going to give it to someone that needs it the most. It's all about how we do things. So that's why when I say we are blessed here, we are lucky to have what we have, we should give back to those people, because believe me, if I was in their situation, I would pray God to send people to help me. And so that's why I'm doing it. I'm starting somewhere, I'm by myself, but I believe it's gonna grow even more. And I want to go back and give even more each and every single time, because this is what I want. This is something that, as a country, especially Canadian, that goes to Cuba, we always go there for vacation. We should be able to bring at least one luggage full of stuff to bring. And you can go, I went on Facebook Market to take stuff that are free. So Crocs, shoes, clothes. I was even able to have washable diapers for the families. I took everything that was free and I shipped it. I bring my luggages with me there. So when you look at it this way, it doesn't even need to cost money. Just the fact that you bring a luggage and it cost me around $35 for one luggage more, it's nothing. It's nothing. So this video is really about the trip, like how it went, and I'm gonna show everything, like I said, at the end of the week. And really just subscribe, look at the video. I mean, as soon as I monetize, it's just gonna help me even more to build what we want to build. And I'm lucky to have 3 people that are on board already, to help those families, and we're gonna help many more. So I don't know if you guys have questions. You can type it in the chat. But yes, that's pretty much for it. And I just want to let you guys know that there's certain things that you're gonna see in the video that are not, they're not fun to watch, and they're heartbreaking, because it's basically the house of the people and how everything is collapsing and the way they live. I went there in July. I was dying. Like, it was extremely hot, and they have no AC. It's just, it's really, it's intense. Um, so yes, and I will never steal from poor people. I'm gonna explain you why. I fear God. So all the money that I received for that trip went exactly to all to those families. They went straight there, and that's it. Okay? Because I know if I you cannot steal from poor people that are in need and expect God to let this pass. I fear the Lord way too much for that. There's no way. I even set an email that is on my YouTube channel that it's an account especially for that. So what happened is when people send money, it goes to one account, and that account is to actually give to the people there. So or I buy grocery from far, or I pay their phone. That's basically what I do. Like I said, when I that's something the Uber driver actually said in the car. He's like, why don't you work for a foundation, charity foundation? I said, because I simply don't like giving my money and looking at people and not giving it away. What I mean by that is they're gonna take all the expenses. So example, if you give $20, they're gonna take all the expenses and the rest they're gonna give to the family. This is not what I do. I pay my own trip, I pay my own stuff, and all the money that I receive, I give to the family, and I buy medical supply that they don't need. So we were able to buy 2 first aid kit with 180 pieces in it. So this is what I do, because I simply just, for me, it's if someone give money for a family, there's no way that I see a foundation cutting the expenses and expecting to give like $5 to the family. For me, that just does not make sense. So the money that I receive from my businesses and my work around, this is the money I use for my trip. So basically my flight, my hotel, my food, everything in there, it's from my own money. The rest that I receive from this channel, everything that I receive from the people actually in the community to help the children and the family, went straight to them. So they went inside what I could bring, because I was limited. I was by myself, so I had 2 luggages full. You can actually look at the shorts that I did. You're gonna see exactly what I purchased. You're gonna see a lot of things. So it goes there, and as soon as I'm full and I'm packed and I cannot bring more with me there, then the rest of the money, I go there, I exchange it in pesos, and I visit family, and I go by myself in those houses giving the family the money. So I don't give the money to just someone and expect them to separate anything. I go there and I see by myself that the money is straight to the family that are in need. So that's what I'm doing. Well, I honestly, I have Palestinian friends, and I'm a peaceful person. I think this world needs to stop the war. Like, this is just going out of hand, and it's crazy. I mean, we shouldn't we shouldn't kill each other for certain things. It's, for me, in my mind, I don't understand it. Like, I just, why are we like, it's too much. It's too much. We should get along and help one another. But this is in my heart, and I know not everyone think this way, but that's why I'm a peaceful person, and that's why I help people, because I believe that no one should live in a certain way. My friend, like I said, the video that I took and the picture that I took, people actually told me to take them and post them online. I didn't want to do it because it's heartbreaking, but they're like, Veronica, we want the world to see, because where you went, no one goes there. It's just not allowed. And I went there with the church, and you're the first one. So I was like, only if you want. Like, I don't want to, this is your private life. And they're like, no, I want you to show it. And I was like, perfect. So when everything is online, I'm going to send it to them. And the way they live, their house, my friend's house, it broke my heart to see that. And they need help. They really need help. It's a small island. But yes, on Palestine, everything is going crazy around the world, but the Bible spoke about it actually, that they're gonna have a war and all these things. So we knew. I mean, we knew it's gonna happen. But I don't agree with any of it. We shouldn't send bomb to another country like this. We are supposed to be peaceful people. If we follow Jesus, if we're a true Christian and we love Jesus, we're gonna follow his step. And what his steps are, basically, you don't get aggressive to someone that is aggressive to you. You love them. You there's peace there. And if we would all have that, we would have a better world. So that's my point of view on the world. I know it's not everyone that think this way or believe this, but this is actually how I feel and what I believe in. One chance Jesus came for us, and one chance he's gonna come back for us. But during that time, during that tribulation, during everything that is happening right now, as a person, your action matter. So if you can make decisions and you can help by yourself, and you do good deeds every single day, then yes, it can help. Yes, you cannot change, we understand that, but you can help. And sometimes it's very small, but you have no idea the seed that you plant in that person's heart. It truly is like that. So yes, I hope that answer a little bit about my viewpoint on how the world works. So let me know if you guys have question about the trip. Like, I will try to go by the end of till the end of this year. I will try to go back, because now I know what they really need. And I think this was my first trip actually to see how things are and what they really need. Because yes, we do WhatsApp and we talk, but I didn't see that. It was my first time. So the pastor know I'm gonna come back with more things, and it's gonna be more, it's gonna be a better trip. We're gonna manage it better this way, this time, because it was our first time to each and every one of us, basically. So it was really the first time that we did. A poutine, that's exactly what I ate when I came back. I miss that. I miss the food here. Honestly, it's I they don't have much there. In the hotel, it's great, but what they live, where they live, and what they eat, it's really not the best food. So yes. So I hope for tonight it helped you understand a little bit about what this channel is and what I'm gonna use for it. So yes, we're gonna talk about the Lord, how God is good, and how He wants to provide for you. But I'm gonna use this channel to get monetized as fast as I can, so I can go back there and I can give more to those family, because they really, really, really need it. You guys have no idea. So on that note, I wish you guys a good night or a good day wherever you are. And I'll see you maybe tomorrow. I'll try to do more live so I can connect with you guys. And I'm not gonna forget to post the video about my whole trip. Like I said, I just need edits in it, and I just need to put everything together, because I couldn't do live, so I had to record. And at one point my phone died. It was just a mess. I had to charge my phone 4 times because the connection there is really bad, so my phone kept dying. So yes, it's just like we managed the best as we could. So on that note, like I said, I'm gonna pray for you guys. I love you guys so, so much. Again, a huge thank you for each and every one of us and you guys that has helped to give to those families, to those kids. You guys have no idea how you made their life just a little better for a certain period of time. So yes, on that note, bye.